Hello everyone, this is Luke, and you're watching OPKGaming. This is our second video on Better Than Wolves, how to get started. And where we left off, we had just created a saw, which is pretty much the most basic thing you can get. Actually, I'm going to stay out of creative mode just to make it easier. And now we're going to make the cool, awesomely awesome water things. Yeah, exactly. So now these are created, these wooden blades are created this way, with either 4 siding blades or sidings and either a slime ball or with glue. However, you can't get glue yet because it's just something that you don't need right now, but something that you will need later. So in the meantime, we're actually going to go and just say that we have a lot of slime balls and create these. Now with all of these, we can create a water mill. That's it. I love when I forget things like that. Oh well. With all these little wooden blades, we can just throw them all into here, and just like that, and it creates a water wheel. I'm not going to worry about the rest of them. And this water wheel is placed a certain way. You can only place it this way. You cannot place it any other way. It has to be placed exactly 2 blocks above an area. Actually, this is a perfect area. Let's get some dirt or something. Let's get, here you go, stone. This works. So what you need is an area of water, and then you need the water wheel, and also you're going to need a whole bunch of these wherever I can find them. I love how I don't prepare for these at all. So here we go. So what we need is a gearbox setup plus this, however far you want it out, and then just place this in the water and it should start moving. Actually, wait, give me a sec. I realized something. It only moves if the water itself is moving. So what we're going to need to do is actually get rid of some of the water blocks. So let's get rid of this. I love how the entire thing shakes when you're trying to break it. And you have to click it a whole bunch of times to break it. Or maybe it doesn't break. There we go, problem solved. Okay. Yes. There we go. So now what we're going to do is get rid of all of these, just so the water flows now. And we replace that, and as you can see, it flows. This will generate power, and it will generate power to this and whatever machines you hook up to. And as you can see, the hemp farm is doing perfectly well. I don't see anything wrong with it. It's actually grown to 2 high, which I did not know it did. So yes, please make sure your light blocks are 2 high so they actually grow. And here we are now. Once we have the water mill, we can actually create this glue. Sorry, not glue. The amazingly awesome arrow bow thing. Okay, now we're going to create, this is a little side thing, we're going to create a composite bow. The composite bow is much more powerful than a regular bow, so let's go ahead and just throw all this stuff in. Oops, I just realized that was the wrong order to pick it up in. Oh well. So we're going to throw all this in. It has to be exactly like this, or else it will not create the bow. See? Composite bow. Bam. Just like that. Now, this composite bow is incredibly powerful. Let's get out some arrows and this original bow, and I'll show you how they work. Assuming, of course, I can actually find some arrows. And the arrows, of course, you guys are probably yelling at me that they're just right in front of me, which they most likely are. The bows are very powerful, I'll say that. I mean, the composite bow. And the composite bow works. Actually, I'm going to do a little test. I'm going to show you guys how accurate they are. So this is the regular bow. I'm going to aim it at this height. I'm going to show you how it has quite a bit of spread. I'm trying to not move the mouse at all. And we're going to fire it a couple times just to see how inaccurate it is. Oops. And then we're going to switch to this bow and see how inaccurate this is. It is actually about the same inaccuracy up close, but at the distance it is much better, I'll say that. So let's see, let's go aim all the way over there. I'm just going to fire a couple shots, try to get them in the same area. And then fire a couple shots higher up because the non-composite bow is a lot less accurate. So let's fire a couple more. And lastly, we're going to fire all the way at that target over there. I'm hoping that I'm being somewhat accurate and actually hitting the targets. But yeah, I don't know. So after firing a couple shots, I'm not even going to bother firing the other one. I don't think it'll make it. You have to go like all the way up here just to make it, but I don't want to do that. So let's go check it out. Obviously, these two were both pretty accurate up close. I'm guessing the composite bow was probably the one that was most accurate over here. I can't know for sure, but I'm just guessing. And then all the way over here, looks like it probably aimed too high. Yes, I did aim too high. As you can see, they all jumbled up in one little area over here. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So basically, this composite bow is incredibly accurate just about everywhere. So let's see if we can fire. Maybe a little bit higher. Maybe a little bit higher. There we go. I think that one hit over there. So basically, that's the composite bow versus the regular bow. And we'll move on. After the bows, we're going to create, and assuming of course you have a whole bunch of tan leather, we're going to go ahead and create tan leather. Well, it's not really armor, but I'll just show you guys what it makes. It makes this kind of kinky looking armor. It's called, well, I mean, not that, but this is kind of, that's the pants, and we also need a helmet. Now the helmet is the kinky looking thing. Look at that, it's a gimp mask. Yeah, a little inappropriate, but whatever. I didn't make the game. So we're going to throw these together, and that makes a breeding harness. And it's just, of course, right here. The breeding harness, when thrown on a cow or another animal, will make it immobile. I mean, you can move it, but no one else can move it. It can't even move itself. Poor little cow. That is rather unfortunate for the cow. And what we're going to do now is actually create a table. This thing right here is a table. It's simply made, just like this. It's sidings with molding. And once they're joined together, it'll actually get rid of every piece, making a huge table. That this one is obviously not possible in real life because, well, just look at it. I don't know how else I can say it. And now we're moving on to the amazing Tier 4 Automation and Basic Alchemy. This involves the cool little thing over here. I always forget what it's called. The hopper. The hopper is actually, it's interesting to say the least. The hopper is made with gears. For some reason, it doesn't work when I try to make it. I tried to make it before, and it just wasn't working for me. But I know that's the recipe on the website, and everyone else seems to be making it just like this. I don't know why mine's not working. And as you can see, it's made with 2 sidings on the top, a pressure plate, 2 gears, and a corner. And that will create this. And these are different kinds of hoppers. Hoppers actually filter out things. For example, this one it will suck in anything. Literally, it will suck in big blocks and everything, and as you can see, the ones I threw in there are in there. This one will not allow regular blocks to go through, but it will allow smaller things like torches and anything that's in the rest of them. So let's grab the rest of these torches, and this one will only allow in bones. So if I try to go with this one, it will not allow in bones, but this one will. Let's make it day. See, it will suck in the bones and let them through. Because they're really they're really thin items. And then here, for some reason, the hopper will not allow bones, but it will allow, it won't allow steak. That's right, steak is only allowed through this one right here. And then this one, I wasn't so sure about, so I basically just said these are the 2 same things, and there wasn't really much of a difference. You can put dust through both of them, and it'll suck both of them in. And I believe they have one difference. So I discovered that this can actually, the hopper will allow in feathers, while this one will indeed not. So that's basically the only difference between these two. And this one will allow in, obviously, gunpowder. And this one finally will allow in only dust, like gunpowder, and string also. So let's see. String is for this one. This one will allow in string, and this one will allow in gunpowder. I don't know how to mix those up, but whatever. So as you can see, gunpowder goes through there just fine. And also redstone dust, any dust, including sand and gravel. And then lastly, this is the one hopper, and then we need one more hopper. I don't know what happened to it. Let's see if we can find it. Actually, it's called a red, what is it called? I'll just make it for you guys. The last hopper is a soul sand hopper. The hopper will not allow in anything. So as you can see, I throw in slabs. It will not allow in this, not that, not any of these, not even dusts. However, what it will allow is ground netherrack. And ground netherrack can only be obtained by going to a millstone and just grinding it. It's pretty self-explanatory. I also have coal in there because that'll get you the, Oh, I hate it when I do this. The carbon powder. It will get you the carbon powder, and the netherrack will get you this ground netherrack. Now, the netherrack, when placed into... Oh. Interesting. I believe that's what happened to it. It probably burnt down. I'm guessing that's what happened. But it will allow in ground netherrack, and it will shoot out hellfire dust instead. So if you just throw in a whole bunch of that... Well, it blew up. Okay, interesting, interesting. Well, it creates hellfire dust, and hellfire dust is necessary to... If I just put that in, I think it's 3 requires. Nope. Okay, well, you can create with hellfire dust certain things that are later. Actually, I believe they're now. They are indeed now. Concentrated hellfire. And concentrated hellfire can only be obtained... Okay, hellfire dust can only be turned into the concentrated hellfire if you put it into a stewing pot that is being heated. So as you can see, this one, I put a little cycle, set it up, and this works so that each one is timed specifically. And you can actually, instead of doing this, you can just make one big fire. Oh. Yeah, you're supposed to not let it overheat. That's apparently what I did. Well, just don't do that then, obviously. But that's what you're supposed to do, and I really don't know how else to explain it. I want to see if putting it in a regular... Let's see if we can have some more. There you go. Just putting it to here. Okay, so you don't even need to put it into a heated stewing pot. You just put it into a regular one. I don't know why it wasn't working before, but it is working now. So, yeah, pretty simple. You just throw in a stewing pot, and it will cook. And turn into the concentrated hellfire that is right here. And then now, with the concentrated hellfire you just created, you can go ahead and start making more advanced things. For example, all of this... Actually, let's go ahead and get rid of this. A hibachi. And a hibachi is something... Let's make sure we're not deleting it. And the hibachi will actually keep cooking things forever. So, I mean, it'll keep cooking the stewing pot forever. Let's show you guys what I mean. Let's throw that there. We're going to need that, and that. And a hibachi, when powered by redstone, will actually let you... Let's put it out. Let's place it down. And it will stay perpetually lit. So basically, it's like red powers... I mean, not red power, sorry. It's like fire that's infinite. And you can just turn it off at will. Pretty awesome. And actually, that's what I have under this one right over here. I just didn't want to show you guys because I didn't want to spoil all the fun. And that's the whole point of the hibachi. And the hibachi can actually be cooked, I guess you can say, with this. This thing right here, assuming, of course, I can actually put it in correctly. There you go. That's the right order. The hibachi can actually be heated even more than stock with a bellows. Now, the bellows have to be powered and then unpowered in order to work. So I'll just show you guys what I mean. Under here, we actually have some bellows set up, and I have a clock. These are bellows, and then the clock will, see, as you can see, it compresses, and then it unpresses, and then it's this one, and then, so basically, I have a clock set up right over here that will let the bellows work. Pretty awesome, I have to say myself, and the fire will keep it running for a while. I mean, we'll keep running for a while. And over here, I actually set up a lot of hibachis and a lot of bellows. Yes, bellows. And the fire seems to be too high, but it's not. In fact, I mean, it is too high. It's not actually 2 hibachis. It's just one fire that is too high. Pretty awesome, if I say so myself. So let's fly over here, make sure that we did everything, which we did, actually. And then now we can actually go ahead and start creating some TNT, or dynamite. Dynamite, of course, can be used in construction, destruction, whatever you want it to be in. Let's find another crafting table. I'll throw it down over here, just to make it easier on myself. Actually, I'm going to put one all the way over there, too. So now with this crafting table, we're going to go ahead and throw all this stuff in, and put it in the right order. There we go, dynamite. This dynamite can be, I believe you can throw it. I'm just, nope. Okay, it doesn't look like you can throw it or anything. Dynamite is a ingredient in here. Nope, no, not there. In here. And this, with these dynamite, will create a explosive charge or packing charge. Something around those lines. Let's throw that in. A mining charge. Mining charges, of course, are explosive. So let's do a little test real quick. Nope. Okay, wait. Give me a sec. I believe they have to be powered by redstone. Let's just check real quick. Redstone torch somewhere. There we go. Power it? Yes, indeed. It's not incredibly powerful, but it's pretty cheap, so it's usable. I'll say that. Let's throw that down, and then kaboom. Yeah, basically it's for mini little destruction. It's not supposed to be high explosive destruction all the time. And now we're moving on. Oops, wrong group. We're moving on to pottery. Pottery is pretty awesome, if I say so myself. All these ingredients over here will actually create a pottery maker, I guess you can say. So let's throw all these in, make sure that's the right order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, that'll create a turntable. Now, a turntable is absolutely required for just about everything in the game, especially pottery. And as you can see here, I have a little pottery thing set up. And actually, I also have some clay. Now, the turntable is spinning at a really fast pace, and we're going to place that down. And as you can see, once I turn the switch... Oops. Wrong. That was not supposed to be happening. Okay, so we're going to place that down. And I need to make sure that's actually running. Let's give it a couple seconds. Okay, it doesn't look like it's running for some reason. Odd. I'll check. Okay, so I realized what's wrong. I set the turntable down there to turn the power for this turntable up here. So it's going to take quite a while to make new things. But as you can see, it's actually shaping the clay into another mold. And once I get what I want, which hasn't occurred just yet, but it should occur in a little bit. Hopefully, if I'm not solely... There we go. So, and as you can see, it loses clay as it gets destroyed, and eventually it'll turn into something I need right now, which is called an urn. An urn is the smallest thing it can get to. Hopefully it'll be in a couple more seconds, just to see if I can show you guys. Come on. Take your time. Come on. And as you can see, you can actually destroy it, but destroying it will turn it into clay, so don't bother destroying it. And what I need to do is once it turns to an urn, there you go, see? You just push it over, and actually I'm going to turn that off, and actually push another block, put another block in here, just so, oops. We're going to throw that there, push that in there, get rid of that, and as you can see, it's now cooking in the amazing contraption I set up down here with the turntable and everything. And if you look over here, you can see that this is slowly cooking, and it's turning into this gravelly color stuff, which is good. It definitely means that it's cooking. And unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I timed everything wrong, so it's just, it might not cook. See, that one's working, that one's working, that one's working, and it basically looks like they're all working. So what you're going to need, instead of what I have set, you're going to need a huge fire, just like the one over here, just not as large, but you're definitely going to need a bigger fire. I'm guessing 3x3 will probably be needed, maybe 2x2, and that will allow it to cook. And once you have that amazing urn created, what you can do is actually throw the urn under the soul sand collector. So let's go ahead and make a soul sand. Let's grab a hopper, put soul sand inside of it. Assuming, of course, we actually have soul sand. Soul sand. Here we go. So get rid of that. Soul sand. Put inside. I already had soul sand, of course. And what we're going to need now is actually to put the urn that I created, that you guys created, of course. And we're going to put that under. That will suck all the souls, I guess you can say, from the sand that we collected. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, here's the urn. What you have to do is just place it right there, and as you can see, it hooks onto the bottom of it. And we're going to go ahead and get some of that hellfire dust, or the ground netherrack. And the ground netherrack, when tossed, oops, let's actually get it into our inventory. And we're going to throw it in here, and it will actually suck it in and create first that red fiery powder. And you guys can hear the sounds in the background. Oh, it looks like it blew up, and I think it just does that after a while, or maybe it's because I screwed it up, something like that. And unfortunately, oh, block of soap. Wow, I didn't even know you can make that. So we're gonna go and get another hopper, and we're gonna get some more of that hellfire dust. Replace the hopper, and we're going to throw a couple more of these in. I'm not exactly sure what happens to it. Oh, we're gonna need, of course, some soul sand. And we're gonna throw that in. So you can hear the sounds coming from it. And you can actually see the ground dust jumping out. Pretty neat. And I believe it overheats or just explodes. Either one. I'm not entirely sure, but it does explode. That's for sure. So I think that's enough for what we have now. Let's check the urn. Nope. Okay. So the urn requires quite a few before it actually starts to letting me make it. So let's see. Throw that in there. Throw in another soul sand. Oh, basically just keep doing this and hopefully you'll get a soul infused urn. And yeah, I don't have that right now, but that is necessary. Now let's go see what we need next. The urn is then created into, sorry, just all these new chests. So tier 6 pottery and then new age tier 1 steel. What you're going to need for steel is a strap, some glue, and some molding. I'll show you guys how to make glue. Okay, so after much deliberation, I actually found out that to create the soul urn, you have to first place an urn below this. You must have soul sand. So as you can see, we have soul sand. And as you can see, we do have a soul urn, so obviously it works. And you just throw that in until, actually, I had already done it before. I'll just show you guys again. Just throw in these until it pops out. A couple more. There you go. Nope, that's my kitty. Hi, kitty. And as you can see here, you have to actually have it powered, or else it will explode. But when it's not powered, it will work perfectly. Trust me. I'm the doctor. That's just a little joke. And moving on, we're actually going to go on to the next stage. Age 1. Tier... shut up, flower. And now we're at new age tier 1 steel. And for steel, you actually need a strap, glue, and molding. But unfortunately, as of right now, you probably don't have any glue, and you probably just created a furnace just like this. I would suggest you do is instead of using either a really big fire like this or one like that, in the meantime, I'd actually suggest just putting in food into... Actually, I want to see if this works. Okay, for some reason the stewing pot isn't working right now. That's interesting. It was working before. Well, I guess just make a small 3x3 one like this. And go ahead and throw the bone in there. And as you can see, it's going to quickly cook it into some glue. We can just wait a second or more. There you go. See? Now we have glue. And unfortunately, the ratio of glue to bone is really insane. So you're going to need to get a lot of bones. I would definitely suggest that you, of course, kill a lot of skeletons, make a mob trap. Definitely what you want to do. And now that we have that, we can actually go on into making advanced tools, such as, well, first we have to make this, let's go make it real quick. And we're going to need a chest, this crafting table, another failure episode, once again, by Luke. And as you can see here, we have an anvil. Now this anvil will actually have a 4x4 grid for making things. It is, look at that, whew, dang. And so what we're going to need to do is make first this hammer. The hammer is actually probably the most powerful weapon you can get ever. I don't think you can get a more powerful weapon than this, but it's absolutely insane. So you're going to need it just like that, with halves like that, and that creates... Oh, sorry, that's a battle axe. Wow, my bad. Thought it was a hammer. Is there a hammer in here? Yes. Well, nope, none of those are hammers. This right here is a mattock. This will actually allow you to both mine and dig equally quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. You just throw these in just like this, with one at an angle like that, and you throw in 3 more halves. Sorry for the sound in the background, that's actually my cat. And yeah, she loves purring. So, and here is, you'd think it's something like really cool, but it's actually just a sword. That's just about it. I'm going to throw these in. And as you can see, it creates a refined sword. Refined weapons are really durable. I'm serious. They can last They just last forever. So here, as you can see, it's both mining, it's dirt and sand and everything mining, and also, let's dig down a bit. I know I'm digging straight down. You guys are like, no, never dig down. Well, my bad. And as you can see, it's also it mines everything just about equally fast. See, mines pretty quickly. Very nice tool to have. And the sword is pretty powerful, about as powerful as iron, maybe a little bit more powerful, or maybe it's as powerful as diamond. I haven't tested it too much. And the axe is, of course, an axe. I don't really know how to explain it. So basically, these 3 tools are all you need. You don't even need a shovel, you don't need a pick. It's just these 3 tools. And then a bow, of course. Moving on, we're actually going to go ahead and create some new things. This is a padding, and this creates armor. Now, of course, all you need is feather and a fabric, and that's it. And you just put them on top of each other. And you saw how to make fabric much earlier in the episode. And with the padding, plus soul-forged steel and 2 straps, that will actually let you create... Oops, I just totally realized that I did the wrong order. Whatever, here we go. We'll just throw these in here. Oh. Once again, you have to put them in the anvil. You can't put them any other place. So as you can see, it creates armor plates. And armor plates are actually necessary in creating every single type of soul-forged armor in the game. So let's go ahead and throw all this stuff in the anvil. So we're going to need 1 here. Just going to do those for filler. 1 there. And as you can see, it takes a lot of soul-forged steel. And of course, soul-forged steel requires, well, of course, it requires steel, and it also requires a soul. So that means you're going to have to make a lot of soul urns just to get 1 piece of soul-forged steel. So I accidentally made way too many. Let's get rid of all those. And that would create a breastplate. And then also, if we go over here, oops, make a day real quick. You can see that you can make a soul-forged, actually wait, yep, okay. This makes a bronze head, or broadhead. And the broadhead with a feather and a molding will actually create the awesome... let's just show you guys real quick. 1, 2, 3, just like that. And that'll create broadhead arrows. These are the most damaging arrows in the game. At least I'd hope they'd be. And I can guarantee that they will kill in 1 shot. And then lastly, we have here a dispenser. A dispenser is probably... oh, it is so nice. I actually have an amazing example to show you guys. I totally just messed up that order. Okay, so let's see. It's all mossy stone on the top, and then 1 there. And then soul urns, the 1 there. That. Redstone torch. Oops. And then that. Just like that. And that makes a block dispenser. I love how I memorized the order, even though I completely screwed it up. And a block dispenser is amazing. As you can see here, I set up a little design. It's nothing too menacing until, of course, you go check out the innards of it. And as you can see, I set up a lot of redstone, and right now it's set that this will actually set off TNT at the same time as it powers it. So what happens is this will power this block, and it will launch out the TNT, and then this will power the entire block, therefore powering the TNT. I'll just demonstrate it real quick. You run in here, you hit this button, actually put a little targeting thing up, just to make it look cool, and then watch. Kaboom. And as you can see, it goes all the way over there. Let's try it again. And I had several mishaps with this, but it does work, I can guarantee it. And as you can see, all the way over there is just a little mini explosion. Pretty awesome. And actually, if you want to, you can make this 100% fully automatic. You could set a clock over here that just, of course, toggles whether it's on or off. And then the clock will then allow you to... It's just pretty awesome, I'll say that. The clock, when powered, will just make an infinite launcher for TNT. Let's go fly over there and see how much damage I've done. And over just, I'd say, 10 test shots, it's done... Well, I mean, these are test fail shots, and then these are more accurate shots. It's done quite a bit of damage. If you kept firing, of course, it'd hopefully do a lot more damage. And unfortunately, it only fires 1 TNT as of right now. I can't figure out how to... I mean, it's probably pretty easy to fire more than 1, but I just don't want to. And as you can see here, I have a whole bunch set up over here, and a whole bunch set up over here. If you guys want to, I'll teach you guys how to make this. It's not too hard to make. I'll just show you how to make it in a tutorial video. And then we're nearing the end of this tutorial episode. And here we're actually going to make the eye. So this is a redstone eye. It's made with a lapis lazuli on top, a gold ingot, and a redstone on an anvil, of course. And then lastly, you have to make this. This is a lens. Now I'm hopefully doing it in the right order so that it will actually let me place it correctly. Let's see. No, dang, I messed it up. I just realized. Oh, darn it. Okay, well, I'll just leave it how it is. Oh, wait, maybe I did it right. That'd be amazing. Nope. Yeah, flip the order a bit. So let's see. I'm going to need that there. I need that. Oh, darn it. I messed up everything. I'm so sorry, guys. I know I disappoint you, but there's nothing I can do. And I believe it goes like that. There you go. And that makes... Oh, sorry, a detector block. And a detector block will detect if there's an update. So let's see. If I walk in front of it, as you can see, it actually powers it. Let's get some redstone real quick. So, of course, I can find it. I seem to have problems finding stuff when I need it. So let's see. If you set up some redstone right here, it won't actually set off from the redstone, but it will set off if someone walks by. So it's a good detection way instead of a panel, or sorry, no, a plate. So you can just walk by it and it sets it off. And also it will set off if cows walk by it. If you throw something, yep, if you throw something near it, if you shoot an arrow at it, it's just pretty nice, I'll say that. And lastly, we're gonna go make a light. So, no, sorry, this is a light block, and then this is an obsidian pressure plate. Let's make the obsidian pressure plate real quick. The obsidian pressure plate can only be set off by you, and nothing else. So let's see, here we go. Probably gonna place it right over here. So Mr. Cow. And as you can see, Mr. Cow doesn't set it off, but I, in fact, do. Even though he's standing right on top of it. I'll see if I can't place another couple, and I can guarantee he's standing on those. But let's place some redstone. See? It doesn't set off until I step on it. So, oops. Probably should not have done that. There we go. So as you can see, I can set it off, but Mr. Snuffles, who is in his sick coat, cannot set it off. And then lastly, we're actually going to go... sorry, my bad. We're going to go ahead and create... these two things. And once again, I screwed up the order, but I'm hoping that it's fine. Anvil, duh. Nope. Okay. Yeah, well, I screwed up the order once again. And there we go. So that makes a buddy block. And a buddy block is pretty much like a detector block, but it will... Here, I'm going to see if I can show you guys. So it detects... Actually, wait. No, that's not right. Let me do something real quick. So if I place that there, and if I right-click on it, or... No, if you place a block next to it, it will set it off. So it will know... Oh, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, it'll detect any changes in the area next to it. So, as you can see, this block is updating, therefore this block will update. And as you can see, stepping by it will not actually update the block, but stepping on this one will. Pretty awesome. And lastly, we're going to create a light block. Now, a light block, let's see if we can actually put the right order. So, let's start from the bottom. A light block is special in that it will actually let you light up entire areas. I'm just going to throw the rest in. Put that there. And I know I screwed something up. What did I do? Oh, there we go. So, sorry, lens, not light block, lens. A lens will actually amplify any light you have in an area. So, I have a really good example to show you guys. Okay, well, remember that little elevator we made a little while ago? And as you can see, it's connected to the windmill that's still running. Well, I decided it's a little, actually, down at the bottom, I found a ravine, and the area down there was not lit up quite too brightly, so I decided to light the area up. And as you can see here, we have ourselves a light block. You may be asking, well, what can this one little light block do? Well, it's actually, well, not a light block, but whatever. So with these lens, you can actually have it go all the way. So actually, I'm blocking light when I step in front of it. So as you can see, when I walk in front of it, it actually blocks the light. And once we get down to the bottom, you'll see what I'm talking about. In the ravine, as you can see, the lights are further. They go all the way down to the bottom. And actually, if I can show you, once I block them, it actually causes a block update for the entire area that I've been blocking. So once we get further down, you can see that the entire area is nice and lit up. I put light blocks everywhere. And the cool thing is, what you can do... Oh, as you can see, I'm like kind of blocking lights. What you can do is, you can set a... If you just have a if you find a floating area, kind of like this, you place a light block in the middle, and then... Or a redstone block, my bad. You place these all around. You can literally place it on every single side. Let's place it... Oops, my bad. And then one more on the top, and one more on this side. And once you just power one of these, you just place... Oops, sorry, has to be here. It will light up the entire area in 6 directions. So light up, down, left, right, and forward and backward. Pretty awesome. That is the full extent to this, but it allows you to only place not as many lights. You just place like one light down and it'll light up an entire area. So as you can see, I lit up all the way down to over there, and I hardly have any lights placed compared to a whole bunch of torches. Not to mention, it will actually take light from torches. So if we just throw this down right here, as you can see, it'll actually take the torch light. So even though torchlight isn't as bright as other lights, it does in fact light it up. Pretty awesome. And that's what I'm doing with the cool little place I have set over here. And I think that's just about it. There may be 1 or 2 more things left to show you guys, but I believe that's the extent of Better Than Wolves. There are amazing contraptions you can make with this mod. Oh, yeah, here you go. We have one more, so let's make this real quick. Fly over here. This makes a vine trap. Vine traps are pretty cool. They're little traps you make like this, and whoa. Block update. Okay, well, as you can see, if you just go ahead and just cover an entire area, it'll actually make a cool little camouflaged base, and you can just destroy blocks and fall into it. It's pretty nice. I'm not sure how a normal person would not notice that. Maybe if you're in a jungle, but I don't see how else. And then also, I believe we got all this. Yes, so here, let's go and make these. You have to make these in the furnace, in this, of course. So we just put in... I'm just going to go ahead and throw in all of them, except for 2. And place that one there, get rid of that one. And that creates a pedestal. I think I made way too many pedestals, but whatever. And then also this one creates a column. And I believe these are... I think these are just for decoration. Maybe they have a use. Yep, their entire use is for decoration. There's literally nothing more. And actually what you can do is... Assuming, of course, I can actually get out my... There you go. You can place these on top and make a cap like that, or place them on the bottom and then place these on top. It makes a cool little structure. So if you want to, you can make a, I don't know, a doorway to something. Just place that there and then stack these on top. And I'm not sure if you can place them upside down. Oh, yes, you can place them upside down. So what you may want to do is place one here, place one on top, and then go ahead and delete that one. And there you go. So now you have yourself a nice Roman pillar for the entrance of your house. It is a nice little addition. There's a lot of other things you can make. And, of course, if you take the time to, to get this mod, I think, in the first place, well, I'm sure you'll have a lot of fun with it. So this is Luke. You have indeed been watching OPKGaming, and I hope you all have a very, very nice day.